Wassail, Gemini, wassail, Gemini. Still got Mars there. He hasn't left. He's not going to leave for another 3 months. I don't know what that means for you. I was going to say, is it bothering you? It may be bothering you. It's bothering everyone else. So, 2023 begins at midnight GMT with Pluto and Venus in conjunction. And I've been picking up the energy for a long time. So I'm doing these readings starting with what that means, because obviously Pluto is going to shift on the 23rd of March, about 4 or 5, 6 days before Mars finally gets the hell out of your sign. So yeah, it will shift into Aquarius. And Mars will eventually move into Cancer. So there's something in your energy that's still got a little bit of, I want to say, like wanting to pick a scab. You want to pick Mars out your house is what I'm feeling. You're like, all right already. You're winding me up, Mars. So let's go with your bells. So I'm picking up a kind of energy. It was daiquiris. The notion was of the open. You being a little bit drunk at this moment because you're feeling a bit raggedy from everything. 7 months of having Mars in your house is pushing you to the bottle, Gemini. Or whatever it is, whatever is your poison, that's the frequency that this year opens with. It's like, I am seeing like, cheers. Behind it is a kind of sense of, yeah, I'm not interested, not bothered. And yet you are, that's the point. It's like, it's time to prepare for a cleanup. I don't know what kind of cleanup. I got the sense of the astral and like a sense that you've been waking from dreams recently and feeling like those dreams are kind of still stuck to you, like you've left all the back doors open to all the astral places you visited. Yeah, that's interesting, Gemini. So we're beginning with the runes, just asking, what's Pluto mean to you? And what does Venus mean to you? And I guess we're going to do, what does Mars mean? So let's go. Pluto. Pluto leaf. Pluto hell. Pluto tear. So really strong God frequencies coming through here. There aren't many cards in the runes that are fully named after a god, but you've got hell and tear. There's a lot of sevens hidden within this. So it's like Pluto is extending an opportunity of like aether light, but I feel like that energy is to kind of, because tear can be confused with Mars. I feel like there's something here about having a clarity that can open on you, just to remind the world of your true form. It's like the last 7 months haven't been your truth, and it's somehow bringing that energy forwards. And it's Pluto that's extending a hand of light, an aether torch to you. Venus, I feel like this is coming across as a kind of that notion of your energy flipping from one way to the other endlessly, too much, and that's also giving you a sense of discomfort. You've also got fortune in your house at this point. That's too many. So Venus, Venus, Venus. Recognize this Mona, the moon. Recognize the polarity, the fluctuation, the inability to settle, like you're being caught in your own energy, mutable air. It's stopping you from feeling settled. It's interesting because in the last reading for Cancer, I think it was, or the one before that, it was one of the ones I've just done. Again, Venus was not the best help, but there's something about Venus and Mars. Oh yeah, she doesn't want to be seen by Mars when she's getting all kind of in with Pluto. So there's something of that in your energy. I'm not saying you're having an affair. You might be. If you are, just enjoy it, but do it honestly. But there is this energy of a shroud, of trying, that fluctuating is like moving between dimensional truths, dimensional realities. You're not telling the full story. There is something as this year opens, where I want to say you've been drowning your sorrows, and I still say it's Mars's presence for so long in your house. So let's ask about Mars, because there's something about this that I don't want to be recognized. Right now, don't look at me. And that's not your energy. You're very sociable. You're the great networker. So, what's Mars got going down? One for the moment. Oh, it is a rarefied moment. I feel like this is talking literally about you being at some kind of New Year's gathering, and there's someone that you don't want to see you there, and it's causing you some kind of stress. None of them have been that time specific, but that's what I'm getting here. You're hiding from someone because you don't want to be recognized. And Mars, sap. There's something about this that's got an energy of possibility that can't form. Sap is to be imbibed with this new energy. It's very much this tear frequency. I would say you're safest in the hands of Pluto at the moment, in the riches of Hades, in the underworld. And that sap that's rising is that sense of the coming spring. I feel like as this year begins, you're still uncomfortable. You're still feeling this fluctuation. You just want rid. You want rid of Mars. You want the clarity of your own present. It's almost like at the moment, Mars is just hindering your clarity, your situation. Mars is in the way. So, let's go with the Alchemy of Astrology, because this feels like a very big cosmic songbook going on, and it feels like Mars is behaving like some kind of, you know, lead guitar player when you're all humming along to the organ. You're being drowned out somehow, but that will change. Don't go, oh, 2023. It's just at the moment, it's causing you like to feel like you're having a meltdown, and it's Pluto that's holding you calm. Yeah, look, the psyche, you can't find your psyche. Psyche's in, I'm sure she's in Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio at 13 degrees. That's your light. I feel like this is Pluto giving you like underworld protection at the moment, looking after you, breathing for you, calming you, and Mars is driving you nuts, and Venus is no help. So we've got Pisces. This is the energy of projection. This is the energy of where you're going. Pisces has got Juno, Vesta and Neptune in it. And it's kind of part house 5, part house 6. So it's playing with your playfulness. I still want to return to that notion that you've got to keep an eye on your daiquiri situation or whatever it is. There's something about that. Your desire for playfulness is actually kind of just giving you a slight anxiety around your own health, and it doesn't need to. Pluto's holding you, but there's a kind of nervousness burning off. So what else is going on? You've got Quicksilver, which is like Mercury in disguise. It's not Mercury, it is Quicksilver, which we call Mercury, and it's connected to him, but it's not the truth of your rulership. It's like you're in the courtier's clothes or something like that. There's a sense of a restlessness. You feel a change coming. You know this change is coming towards you. And yet somehow you feel dressed in the wrong livery. Hang on, that's in this. And Venus changed dress. You're in the wrong livery. You've got to be in your truth more than Mars's truth. Mars is dominating you. Bugger Mars. So, getting a gurgling stomach there. So we've got a little pile up that's kind of showing me like the seasons of the year, I think. It's interesting. It's not come before. So spring, salt, materializing yourself. And that's just one step backwards from that Quicksilver. And the Quicksilver's coming across as a kind of, as I said, being in the wrong clothes, being in the wrong livery, wearing the clothes or the views or the opinions of others rather than yourself. And that's so not you. You're so much more opinionated than that. So summer, interesting, universal seed. This is when your newness begins. Almost, I don't know why I picked that up. It was meant to represent Mars. It's one of the cards of Mars. When Mars departs, your spirit, your consciousness returns to completion. And that's after the spring has passed. So autumn, Cancer. So that frequency of coming back to yourself, reabsorbing yourself. There's an ancestral miasma that will begin to clear, smelt away. And then your winter is Moon in Virgo. So being in rulership in another place, finding yourself and moving your mercurial energy to somewhere new. You're being transformed. And you're going to be trusting your gut. There's something here that's about this nervousness, this energy that you start the year with of being a little bit intoxicated is affecting the fermentation of your gut. And that needs to transform this year. I think that there's good energy coming, but there is a warning sitting behind this for you, Gemini. I don't like wagging my finger. And it's really, you're being supported by Pluto. Pluto's gonna help you. What I would say is you need rid of Mars. I think it's the 30th of March that Mars departs your sign. A newness. This is a new beginning. This is that energy of being helped towards that new start. It's also reminding me of this, the clearing out of Mars, moving him on from your place. I mean, is that some kind of squatter you can't get rid of? 7 months. And Jupiter's working wishes with you. So Jupiter's in Pisces at the moment, but by this point Jupiter's in Aries. Just in Aries. What degree? 111. So there is that energy. I feel like the wishes are being granted, but they're material somehow, rather than spiritual. So fortitude, it's like as Mars moves, your strength returns, your calm returns, your power returns. Mars is not working well for you. So where else are we going? Where else is Gemini going? What's the excitement? What's the joy for Gemini? So, there's an announcement. Right, look, this balance. There's something coming that returns you to your power. But you somehow, it's not about returning to your power in your own sign. It's about returning your power. I think I'm getting this sense because we've got the Ace of Cups. I feel like that Ace of Cups is part of the energy. I wanted to say of Dark Moon Lilith. Still empowering you, trying to bring love to the core of your body. But it is an announcement of some kind of like, Now, the reading I just did for Cancer was about how they lead the way in terms of this new language of love. Maybe you're going to be the next ones picking it up. Maybe there's lessons to be learned from Cancer to do with the seeding of your own soul. Yeah, there's a new fire coming, and this is a transition from some kind of emotional celibacy. There is, again, it's this Mars energy's been messing with your emotions. So I'm going to go to a different deck because I want to get you past that. It's like we're here, we've heard that message, we get that message. It's like they're wanting me to say that there's an energy as this year gets underway where you still doubt yourself. You still think you're a stranger in your own clothes, your own body, this livery. 8 of Pentacles. So this is mastery frequency of bringing yourself back into the world. You have the key to move through this. Come on, Gemini needs to know what the good stuff is. The good stuff, Gemini, is from all that anxiety, emotional stability. There's definitely an importance with your Cancer placement, but also it might be that you're bumping into a new Cancer energy. There's an energy here, 5 of Cups, Sota de Oros, Knave of Pentacles, and the Empress, that's just talking of it is you being back in your power. It's blockages on being broken apart, everything flowing again in the real world. But I feel like, again, you're not where you were when this year opened. There's some kind of shift, whether it's you move, and it could even be moving to another country, but there's something about being in your power somewhere else. This transforming, yeah. 4 of Wands, the idea of a home. 2 of Wands, a new vision. So you're moving to somewhere new during the course of this year. A change of scene, a change of home, but being really fired up by it, planting a new world. I think someone that you meet is going to draw you somewhere else, which is exciting. You've got the cosmic gift card, the cosmic egg, the unknown benevolent factor. It's a powerful energy. What's it referring to? Can you help us with what it's referring to? So this is the energy of I was going to say of being unable to make a decision, but actually this is the energy of waving by, moving. There's a real energy of moving for a lot of you. A new beginning, a new passion, a new beginning, and a change in your world. Ace of batons, Ace of coins. This is that energy of being somewhere else, but this being somewhere new that's ancient to you somehow. It's in your DNA. You're being taken to some kind of ancestral land. And with this Two of Pentacles, Mrs. Slocum's Lavender Pussy, this is that energy. Did you all start? See, I feel really confused, but this is that energy of being pushed into the light again, seeing, opening your eyes finally. There's a fear as this year begins, but something, someone, something, and it could be that they've got an enormous placement or group of planets in Cancer. There's some kind of energy of returning to, moving to, visiting, I don't know, but connecting with an ancestral place. Something that's deep within your DNA, like a resonance that's returning to you, and it will feel like home as soon as you get there. So that's you, Gemini.